Haha. Hey, Mike. Hey, Gamer Chic. Hi, everybody. Baby legs. Blondes. Yo. Mish. Hey, Jude. Hey, Monster. Hey, Mike. How are you, baby? Misha. Misha, my love. I've missed you too, but I've been in a world of shit. I'm not, I broke up with my boyfriend, so I'm not good. But hopefully, being with you all tonight is going to help me make it better, because you are the love of my life, and you are my inspiration. Awakening in the beginning of spring. Okay, so, oh, I love you too, honey. Sarah, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, Rebel. Hey, Ava, Beva. Hey, Ava. I'm here with my kitty. Chef Carl is here. Rebel's here. Yay. Kitty. Hey, welcome home, Branda, baby. Hi, everybody. Can you believe I got so tangled up around Ava Bobeva? Filfeva, Five Fofifum. I've missed you guys too. My face is smiling, but only at my own fumbles. I am a miserable piece of shit right now. But I'm your miserable piece of shit, so you gotta deal with me. You know why I was late? I forgot to go to the bathroom. I just forgot. Again. So, tonight, our list master is Monstrosity. So, hey, Michelle. So, while Chef Carl is showing her the ropes, I'm going to let them do the list, and I'm just going to whine at y'all. Why is the typeface so small? Is that, can I fix that? I'm talking to the list, which cannot talk back. All of a sudden, I'm happy with that. Hey, Catherine. Zambakete. Oh, Monster can so do this. But, oh, thank you. Who did that? Thank you. Bigger typeface. Oh, yeah. Now, let's see how my coffee turned out. The smile is not because the coffee's that good, because it's not. Not hiring. Because it's just Keurig. The big smile was because I made it here in my room. Look what I did with some of my time off. It's Jenny's coffee shop. Cool, right? Ava, that name is just fucking gorgeous. I love that so much. That's funny. Ugh. Nothing gets me better than a funny username. A good funny, you know. Actually, stupid funny is good too. Okay. I'm not crying right now. This is just a runny nose. I promise. So don't nobody be mad at Azure, but you know, it's not his fault. I broke up with him actually. I wish I hadn't, but I'm glad I did. Hi, Mary Jane. Hey, nobody. Mary Jane, nobody. Hey, Jen Marina. I'm sure there's plenty of room on the list. Hit up Monstrosity or Chef Carl. Yeah, I broke up with him. Because he wasn't in love with me anymore. What am I going to do? You know, and he loved me enough to try, you know, but not hard enough for it to make a difference. Loving a psychic is a different kind of thing. You know, we can tell if you're lying. We can tell if you're faking the feelings, you know. Nativer. Yeah. Rebel, your name is evidently fuck. I don't know what the hell is that. Rebel, you got a first name, baby? Hi, everybody. We are not going to let my sadness and my whiny bitch heartbreak interfere with our quest for awakening. Because awakening. I am so cold. I hope so. Thank you. Mary Jane, I've missed you. I've missed Tony, too. You are early. I hope you're getting on the list. What's your name? Where'd you go? What the hell is happening? Oh, Lynn, I hope you get on. Oh. Thank you, Jen Marina. Oops. I don't know how they're doing with the list, but it looks like it's getting full. We'll take about 3 waitlisters too, because sometimes people show up in here, they don't know it's. Why is 10 still open? Monster, I need you to get their first names too, baby. Bitchin', yes. Yeah, we need to get Sarah's first name because I don't know that. Okay, so this is mostly started. I am in no shape to be chatting, so I'm going to get started with blunts pretty much right away. Colin, you ready? Oh, hang on, Mike. I got a thing here to do. I forgot. Actually, I didn't forget. I thought I'd already done it. Welcome, everybody. Our new moderator, Mike Handy. Or as I like to call him, Mike Handy. Okay. I never even played music. No music. There's no music. Let's sing a song. How about fucking Kumbaya? Only Kumbaya by make it somebody good. Sometimes music makes me happy, sometimes music makes me sad. Music makes me everything, you know? I don't listen to music very often because well, I've got ADHD, you know? So it can be overwhelming. I can't have background music except for shuffling. And that's because it takes me away from the cards, which is important. Get a better reading if you're not paying attention when you're shuffling. Where are my first names here? I'm still missing one for Catherine, because I certainly don't know that that's your first name. Never mind. These names are here. I see them. They're in the except for Rebel. But Rebel don't need a name. You're a rebel without a name, yo. Okay, Colin, let's go. Blunts. 5. Let's see how you're doing today. 4. How is that awakening journey happening for you? How's it going? Blunts, my dude. I guess as long as I don't listen to crust punk, it's okay, right? Because that's Azure's music, which I love. And 2 for Colin. Whoops, he gets it up. Ah, shit. If that gives us any indication how things are going, we might as well get in the same boat, Blunts. Okay. And the last shuffle for Colin. I'm sorry, it is not the last shuffle for Colin. Ow. Oh shit, I need somebody to remind me that I gotta FaceTime with my girl. How am I supposed to remember? I'll just remember. Okay, you're gonna have to be right on this, Colin, because I don't know if I've shuffled these cards right. I don't know if I've gotten a good reading yet, because the first card I get is what's the use? I don't know if that's you or that's me. The 7 of Swords, futility, why bother? The list is now full. Sorry. Sushi. Oh, sushi would be good. Where's Blunts at? The list is full, everybody. Sorry. Okay, so this makes sense then. You're headed for a big breakthrough because we've got this Aquarian card, futility. What's the fucking use? Why bother? You know, I mean, nothing's going to ever get better anyway. This is usually the last card before breaking through that wall. You've been going through the dark night of the soul, my love. You are not You're not crazy. You're not nuts. You're not doing poorly. You're doing a lot better than you think you are. But when you're in the dark night of the soul, when you're in that time right before awakening, you feel worse, so much worse than when you started. It's, oh look, Sarah, I know your name now. It's a shit time. It really is, honey, and I'm very sorry. But we all go through this. We all go through this period of time where it's all crap. Nothing you do is going to ever make a difference anyway. So why? Why are you putting yourself through this hell, right? Because you're getting ready to awaken like any minute now. You're awakening. There. You really are headed for a very massive breakthrough. Once you're ready to step out of your isolation / torture chamber, which is going to be, when I say soon, I mean soon. I don't mean like soon in divine timing, which means nobody knows because time's not real. And that's actually true, but we're going on physical time here. And it's going to be soon. I wouldn't be surprised if it was within the next 48 hours. Just because it seems imminent, I see nothing that talks about waiting. The part that sucks worse than the way you're feeling right now is the way you're going to feel right after awakening. Because you're going to feel like an idiot. I mean, like a real asshole. And you're going to want to just get blasted. You're going to want to get drunk or stoned or whatever. And I'm going to have to beg you, please not to. Please try and stay sober and deal with the reality that smashes into your face. Because what you're going to see eventually is that most of your emotional and mental issues, especially the ones that have been bothering you lately, are not actually there. Okay, yeah, the mental and emotional issues that have been bothering you they're not actually there. They're passing through. And some of them aren't even yours. Because you really don't take into account that the level of your empathic senses. They always spike right before you awaken. Those empathic senses really spike. And that makes you feel bananas. Because you don't know what you're feeling. You're feeling one thing this minute, and then somebody walks by and everything you ever known explodes and you feel a different way. It's just bananas. It's just wacky. When that happens, that's when you tend to reach for whatever it is you use to medicate. I am using coffee and trail mix. If I weren't allergic to alcohol, I'd have rum in that shit. Well, maybe not rum. Vodka. The tendency towards self-medication when the feelings get a little wonky. Good. Thank you for the feedback, because the first reading of the night, I never know if I'm getting it or not. The tendency to run for the numbing, shit. The numbing agent, whatever that is. I just got a numbing agent. Because I have a brown recluse bite on my foot and it's not getting better. The tendency to run towards the numbing agent is large and undeniable, and actually has been at the direction of your guides and your higher self, because I think awakening would have been a lot harder for you if you had been able to see clearly. And I'm not sure why that is, because it's contrary to what I personally believe. But what do I know? They had a reason to encourage you to numb, to self-medicate. And now they're admitting, we did this. We'd like you to stop it, please. So let's end the self. Oh, it's because, oh, right. Okay, it's the clairaudience. That's why. The reason they've been wanting you to self-medicate is to block out your own egoic inner voices and listen to their voices that are also internal. Because sometimes you hear so well with your clairaudient sense, you hear so well that sometimes you hear it literally outside of yourself. And honestly, I don't understand why they have put certain things in certain orders, but it makes sense to them and it makes sense to you. So there you go. I mean, it's always made sense to me to be psychic. But Colin, honey, you a psychic. And you might as well just accept it. Here's the thing. You don't have to accept it. You really don't. You can say, guys, I can't stand the voices. Do it a different way. That's what I had to do because I really couldn't stand the voices, although they're speaking a little more hearably for me now, because I'm used to it now again. You are probably just fine with it now that you know that you are not making it up, because you're not. You haven't been all along. You've just believed you have, because this isn't real. Yeah, it is. It is. Most of the things we've been told are not real are. And a lot of the shit we've been told is real is not. I'd like to do some talking about awakening tonight, but we just don't fucking have time. Because, everybody wants a reading. But you are awakening. I feel a crackling sound. I feel like chunks of eggshell, except really big, are just falling on the ground. Every time I look towards the screen, I can feel that cracking of eggshells sound, dragon shells, I suppose, for you. All this hard work has not been for nothing. Hey, Okie girl, you are succeeding. You have grabbed a hold of your own mind, your own personality, your own spirit, your own soul, and pulled yourself together, because you're not crazy. You are not ill. You're odd. Welcome home. You're odd. Thank you, sweetheart. That's lovely of you. Here's the card we end up with. Success. This is the Six of Pentacles, but this particular card is connected to the Ace of Cups. I'm sure you've seen the Ace of Cups before in my deck. Well, actually, in almost every deck, it's pretty similar. It's an upright goblet, and there's energy flowing over the side, and it's a symbol of love, essentially. This card is looking down into the cup. Like, here's the Ace of Cups. This is the top view of the Ace of Cups. The energy is flowing all around it, but here you can see the jewels around it are actually money. So manifesting money, making money is now so much easier than you expected. The flower in the bottom of the cup represents the ever unfolding nature of understanding and learning and growing. Awakening is only the beginning. Awakening is not a finish line. It's a starting point. Now you can start learning and growing from every perspective. The energy bars, the little spikes, mean you're a punk. They are the light, the energy of the universe flowing through you. The white in the center, the white here is that, you know, that when we do that exercise, not the cord cutting one, but the energy meditation one, where we drop the cord down to the center of the earth and up to the sun. This is that energy flowing through you. It's like a cross cut of your spine. But the inner part represents the Kundalini, that line. The flower at the heart is the ever unfolding nature of knowledge and growth. And the spikes outward are the excess energy, love, money, everything. They are the very symbol of the abundance that is you, because you can just walk around, not think anything, not do anything, and you are feeding people. You're feeding a community, not worrying about it, not thinking about it, because none of this energy is coming directly from you. It's coming directly through you, but it's coming directly through everybody. You're not losing anything by sharing, because, well, that's in the overflow, you know. This is success. This is what you wanted all along. You wanted to be filled with so much love and light that you glow like the sun, and here you are, glowing like the sun. I've explained the Hierophant so many zillions of times, but I'm going to do it again because I like what this card says. This is the card that represents who you are as an awakened being. Not your job, not your purpose, not your life path, not the point of everything, but what it looks like. This is what an awakened being looks like. This little chick down here, she's glowing with the energy and light of her connection to herself and all that is. That's your physical self. The Hierophant, the big guy back there, that's your spirit. That's the biggest part of you. It's just how it is. Your spirit is the thing. Your spirit is the biggest part. Your body is a hand. You know, it's the smallest, least important aspect of you. Of course, it is necessary for us to go through this lesson. We need to have that body. The baby, I don't really understand what that is for you and what that is for a couple of other people, but it seems to represent a regained sense of childlike wonder, of innocence. When you realize that in this play, on this stage, in this classroom, you are not good or evil or sin-free or light or dark or any of those dualistic terms. You are a spirit, a being of love and light. And all of those other attributes came from this life, this life school, this classroom. You have to have those in your mind to overcome those and realize that you're pure. You, my love, are pure. You're reborn, you're fresh, you're innocent. And this is an innocent that's not innocent as in ignorance, but this is innocent as in I understand that I am not bad. I'm not evil. I'm not wrong. I'm not made wrong. That everything you are is exactly how it's supposed to be. Hey, Jillian. This is fucking beautiful. Let's see if I have one more. I don't think not this. Let's try this one. There we go. Speaking of the dualistic nature of light and dark and good and evil and all that shit, let's talk about the dualistic nature of relationships. In order to understand relationships on this level, I mean human level, you have to believe in those sort of dualistic things. You have to believe in the light versus dark, good versus evil, man versus woman, you versus me. You have to believe in separation. You have to understand that the myth of separation and the myth of separateness, I should say, that we're all of the same thing. We're all parts of the same big giant consciousness. Well, how are you going to learn about these dualities if you know there's no difference between you and I? Oh, this seems to have something to do with your purpose. You have to wrap your mind around both understanding that you and I, there's no difference between us. There's no separation. That my cells, my quarks, photons, my basest particles, and your basest particles exchange continuously. But our idea of the separation between us, of the illusion of separation between us, our idea of that is we have to see it as a solid thing. Now, there's no such thing, but we have to believe that there is. You awaken, how do you maintain that illusion? I don't know. I don't. But you can. And you can still be highly awakened. You can still understand the interconnectedness of everything. You can still understand that the separation, the skin that separates you from whatever is next to you. You understand that that's not as solid as it feels or looks. That we're exchanging particles continuously. That you and I right now are exchanging particles continuously because there's no such thing as time or distance. Now, I don't know what this means in terms of your path, but it's the only clue I can give you. To wrap your mind around the illusion of time and space and single personhood, and still work on the outside of that understanding. But I don't understand what that means. Andrea, sweetheart, I don't give personal readings here. If you want a personal reading with me, go to my link tree and find my webpage, but I think you'll find that I'm way too expensive for you. I don't give free readings here except for spiritual awakening. Hey, thanks, Skunkenstein. Yeah, I mean, I would be happy to set up an appointment to give you a personal reading, but I charge $150 per reading. Of course, I don't just do questions. I give you an entire reading, and it takes a couple hours. But there are lots and lots of... Hey, Chrissy, there are lots and lots of really good readers, and a bunch of them are in this room right now, who charge less than I do and do a really good job. A really good job. Tarot Misfit is usually here. Baby Legs is here. Fabulous. I'm sure there are lots of great readers right in here. If you want a full reading with me, because I don't do questions, if you want a full reading with me, like I said, go to my link tree, find my webpage, and then when you're ready to make an appointment, if you are, meet me on Messenger, on Facebook Messenger. I don't talk to anybody in my DMs here, and I don't talk to anybody in my DMs on Instagram, unless we were already, hanging out. Colin, that's all I got for you, sweetheart. I don't know where to... Oh, it's because you haven't quite finished The Awakening. I'm sorry. I'm reading past The Awakening. And you're still slightly pre, so go run your head underwater. I'll go run my head underwater, and let's meet back here in 5 days. Okay, Jude. It's you, baby. Jude. Yeah, I'm reading from a list. The list gets filled almost instantly because I can only do about 10 people a night. There you are, Jude. Okay. And we're reading specifically and only for spiritual awakening here. Oh, I'm so glad it helped, Jude. I mean, Colin, I called you Jude. I'm so glad it helped. And now we're shuffling for Jude. We will not make this bad. We'll take a sad song, and then we'll sing another one too. Here we go. This is 2 for my friend Jude, who I love so much. And 1 for Jude. Jude. Na, na, na. Na, 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 na. Oh, I'm glad you think so. Okay. Oh, wait, I can't put food in my mouth. I'm going to work. The 10 of Cups. Satiety, satisfaction, fullness. You are so fucking love. You are love, Jude. You are love. You're not... It's not that you're loved. It's not that you're loving. It's not that you... You are love. You are love. You are love. You are love. Oh, Jesus. And you're realizing that so much of everything you've been aiming for and wanting and thinking and feeling that was not love, that made you feel bad about who you really are, is because, bitch, you don't fit in. You ain't like other people. You really are. Nobody fits in. You've been trying to live up to one standard and then another and then another, and none of them have fit you. You have not fit in with any standard or ideal or acceptable level. You just don't fit in. And so you see yourself as less, or saw yourself as less than, and if I could only be that, or be that, or be that, I'm going to be good enough. I'm going to get what I need. Never worked. Yeah. Let's stop thinking about other people's ideals and standards. Fuck that. They're all idiots. And let's start living up to your own. Figure out what you want. Just you. Seeing you compare yourself to other people's standards, and you've stopped doing it, but you've still got other people's standards facing in your face everywhere you look. What are you supposed to do with that? How do you get okay? Well, throw away everything. Start over. But Jude, I feel that almost literally. This doesn't work right. I have this cup warmer, and it is not keeping my coffee warm. Look around and see what you like, what you admire, what you find beautiful and strong and valid. Try not to look at what other people find beautiful and valid and strong. Do you have any idea how many people look up to you? Which is weird because you're shorter than me. Bitch, I'm short. People look up to you. You are a fountain of love and strength. People see you as amazingly, incredibly strong. Stop looking down at yourself and look into other people's eyes instead. And you'll see that, wow, you are admired. You are admired. Fuck high school. You know what I'm saying? You need to change your standards. The standards that you measure your own self against, because you're fucking bomb. You're perfect in your own way. And the more you just allow yourself to love, the happier you're going to be. You're going to be happier and happier. Nikki the Ninja, I'm meditating right now, baby. This is my meditation. But yes, to answer your question, all the time. I'm looking for something and I don't know what. Thank you, Ruby Doo. Thank you. Jude, I need you to sit quietly. Maybe hold your sister's hand or something. Sit quietly, or if you can just be alone with the puppy. The puppy. With the baby moose. If you could just be alone with the moose for a little while and just be quiet. Don't listen to any music or anything, and think about the past 2 years. Think about the past 4 years. Let's make it 4. And see how far you've come. See how different you are now. How much healthier, how much stronger, how much more peaceful. Of course you still want what you want. You want love. You want to feel like you can love yourself. You want to feel like the people around you love you. They do. But I know what you're looking for. I know what it means. Look over your path over the past 4 years. Shit, you've had a birthday 5. And see how much. Okay, this is going to sound fucked up, but see how much you've gained from your isolation, from the pandemic, from, from the quarantine. See how much you've gained from not being out in public. Because when you're not out in public, ain't nobody else looking at you. Ain't nobody else thinking about you. I mean, except for those of us who regularly think about you, but you know what I mean. Think about how much you've healed and grown since being out of the public eye. You've done so amazingly well. I am so proud of you. Baby, I don't want to tell you this, but I have to. You need to quit drinking. This is a necessity. This one. This is what's keeping the depression alive. Alcohol. Literally. I swear it's coming to get you, Barbara. It's coming to get you, Barbara. Find something different. Because this is the one thing. What? Looks like there's an interesting conversation going on. But I'm missing all of it. Also, you are coming up on a major life change. Around the full moon. When's the full moon, guys? I'll look at the calendar. Jude's name is Jude, not Barbara. It's just a joke for me. The mods are amazing. Aren't they lovely? I love my crew. My team is so fucking awesome. However, anybody fucks with them, they're banned forever. Nobody fucks with my mods. Ever. Okay, the full moon is the 28th. Okay. By the 28th, Jude, you're ending and beginning a whole new life cycle, a whole new chapter. It's a whole new book. There's a definite, huge, and dynamic change that comes about around the full moon in that 5-day period, with the middle day, the third day on the 28th. So I don't know exactly what's going on next week for you, but it looks to me like awakening to me. But I don't get any cards that indicate that. Just I get the end of a chapter, the beginning of a new one, but it's the last chapter of this life and the beginning of your next life in this body. That's all I have for you, sweetheart. I don't know what else to say because I don't know what any of this shit means today. Well, I mean, I do, but I don't understand. It's like I understand the alphabet, but when you arrange the letters in this fashion, it's secret code. Okay. Ava. Jude, I hope that was helpful because it seemed like babbling bullshit to me. Except that I felt the veracity of it. I felt the truth in it. I just don't know what the truth was. I don't know what it meant. Ava, I want to call you Avocado. Hi. Okay, let's start for Ava. Avocado. 3 for Ava. And one more for Ava. And let's cut the cards and we will be off and running. Boom. Oh. It looks like you're getting really comfortable with your psychicness. Your level of empathy has expanded a bit, and that was actually comfortable. Oh, Ashes, stay. Yeah, stay. You're comfortable with the expanding and increasing level of empathy. Your empathic senses, that they're starting to feel normal to you now. And that's good. And you're starting to get used to the fact that being an empath is like being a girl, being a human, being a person with feet, a person with a head. It's just another sense. Hey everybody, give Monstrosity a round of applause, because this is her first night as list master and she's going to get so good at it so quickly, and I'm so proud. I'm so proud. I love my little monster. Ava, right. You're starting to understand now that the images, the feelings, the information that you are receiving from out of nowhere, this is normal, and it's not your information necessarily. It's not information that what I mean by it's not your information, I mean it's not information about you coming from within you. It's information about other people coming to you. Sometimes it's to be delivered to the person that you're talking to. Sometimes it's to be filed. And you'll know which it is, because when it's information to be shared, you'll feel this ridiculous urge to just spew it out. That doesn't happen all that often, but it can. And when it does, oh, at first it was so uncomfortable for me. I hope it's not that uncomfortable for you. It looks like you're more comfortable with yourself as a psychic being than I ever was. Well, I'm pretty comfortable now, but it took a lot. One moment, please. So I'm getting the impression from this card that you've already awakened. Is that right, Ava? Do you know? Ava? You've already awakened, right, honey? No, we don't. Awakening is not an endpoint ever. Yeah, there's always more levels opening up. There's always more layers unfolding. There's always more to learn, more knowledge, more. There's always more. Because you are a big fat pile of love. This is why I feel like you've already gone through the big awakening. You know, I got to interject something in here that's a personal thing. I do not like how everybody's using you're going to have an awakening. What they mean is you're going to have an aha moment. You're going to make a connection. Something's going to click in your head. Awakening is a lot different than that, you know. I feel like a lot of us are getting our awakening information, our information about awakening, from people who have not been through it yet. And I got to do something about that. I'll come on soon. I promise I will. I'll come on soon and do a live or 7 or 8 or 12 specifically talking only about awakening so we can get some shit straightened out. The 5D is a level of consciousness, an expansion of consciousness. It's not a place. The astral realm is the astral realm. It's not the 5D. They're two different things. The 5D is a place in your mind. It's a mind set. It's a level of understanding. It's an expansion. The astral realm is your imagination. The 5D is not your imagination. The 5D is where you get more information. It's honest to God, it's just an expansion of consciousness. It's not an expansion of imagination. It drives me crazy. I don't have the math to explain it. Yes, I do. But I'm sorry, Ava. I'm interrupting your reading here. And the Ace of Discs. Okay, now, Ava, honey, you know what I'm going to tell you, right? You know I'm going to say, you got to cut cords, you got to move beyond what you've been trying to bring with you. You know this, right? You know that if somebody is not into awakening, if they're not into being awakened, you can't bring them with you. And you can't hold yourself down for them. You have to let them go. If they don't go, cool. That's cool. If they do, you have to let them. And I feel like you're hurting yourself by trying to pull somebody else along with you to lead them to awakening. And that's not good for anybody. It's not, because it's not everybody's path. I know it should be, but it's not. Free will is a thing. And some people are on this earth to resist awakening, to not awaken. I don't know why. I don't know what their lesson is. But that's the lesson here. The lesson is we never, ever know what other people's lessons are. There's no way of knowing. Thank you. There's no way of knowing what somebody else's lesson is. And in that, your lesson is to learn. There's no way of knowing what somebody else's lesson is, and you can't push them in a direction that you believe is right for them if they don't believe it's right for them. Oh, it's fucking heartbreaking, though. With this understanding and with cutting the cords to every person, place, thing, thought, system, whatever that doesn't serve your highest good, in cutting the cords there and releasing without judgment and with thankfulness that you got this lesson, your lessons become a lot more clear. And your lesson right now is to know when to let go. Doesn't mean you stop loving. You can still love them. You will still love them. What? Oh, Sarah, thank you. You will still love them. But dragging them into what you think is best for them is not unconditional love. Letting them go to be who they need to be for themselves in their own way, that's unconditional love and unconditional acceptance. And it unconditionally hurts. But it's better than knowing you've spent years of your life assuming you know what's better for them than they do. Right, Carl? you're going to gain a lot of clarity in this process, and you're going to start losing a lot of fear. Yeah, it hurts like fuck. I don't even want to talk about it. I'm going through it right now. You're going to be losing a lot of fear, or at least you're going to be losing your attachment to your fears. Your fears are just going to stop being important. Here's the thing. Nobody is ever fearless unless, well, there's some psychotic thing going on, or, some kind of a mental illness I don't know about, but there's always fear. There were flowers. That was awesome. Do it again. What is that? Who made the flowers? Oh, Sarah, thank you. I looked up and all of a sudden there's flowers everywhere. It was so much fun. Yeah. Fear is always a thing. It's always there. It just loses its importance. That's the thing. People say, they use the term ego death, and they think it means that the ego dies. No, it's just like fear. You can't get rid of fear. You can't get rid of ego. You can just make it not matter. The ego isn't dead. It's just unimportant. Don't let it talk to you. Don't let it tell you what to do. Don't let the fear tell you what to do. That's what's going to happen. You're going to learn how to keep your ego out of the way by learning how to conquer fear, which is to just not pay attention to it. It can be done. I've seen it in other people. Let's cut the cords, everybody. Let me see if I can find my little thing. Where is it? Okay, is everybody ready? Say it along with me or after me, whatever. But we should all do this. Everybody should do this. We should all be doing this 2, 3, 4, 10 times a day. All the time. Cut the fucking cords. Here we go. I, with my spirit and my guides, now cut all ties and cords that bind me to any and all persons, places, things, thoughts, systems or rules, illnesses, beliefs, whatever no longer serves my highest good. Whatever no longer serves my highest good. I mean, whatever no longer serves my highest good. I cut these ties completely now. With love, thank you for the lessons. Goodbye. Remember when doing this, never to cut a specific thing, because that gives it too much importance. That'll keep it around. When you want the shit you don't want to go away, you need to make it become unimportant. So we use these broad labels, because if I need to get rid of, say that one cracked plate that this person gave to me, and what I'm really trying to get rid of is this person's energy, I don't want to focus on that person's name or face or energy, because it's going to make them too important in my mind. I won't be able to let go. Not completely. Anger, vengeance, things like that make something too important. The opposite of love is indifference, not hate. Hate and love are so closely related. Indifference. Maintain an indifference to whatever. Just assume that what you're cutting away you don't need, because if you need it, your higher self and your guides, your spirit and your guides are going to make those decisions. We're run by our egos. Our egos are dumbasses. Oh shit, I'm focusing on him again instead of this. Ava, I hope I was helpful there. I know the cord cutting thing was necessary. That was a direct order, by somebody. The pinky is the smartest finger. You know what? My pinky is an idiot right now because I've been leaning on the edge of my desk with my elbow. And so my pinky, I've made it numb. I did some damage in here and it fucking hurts. And my pinky has been pins and needles for like 4 or 5 days. Okay, Susan Reynolds. Hey, where you been? Susan Reynolds. Totally a squirrel moment. Hey. What is going on? Oh, nice. Okay, Susan, I'm going to shuffle for you now. That's 3 for Susan. Really? Two for Susan. Okay. 2. Here we go. 1. And now we cut. And away we go. Jesus, have I ever been this slow before? Wow. This is number 4. Okay, Susan, you are in a really good position right now. I don't know what that means, but it's true. You are emotionally, and spiritually in a really good position. You've done really good with all of your work. What you need to do so that you can understand that you've done really, really well with everything is you need to sit still and think about it. Think about where you came from. A lot of people get mad at being forced to focus on the past. I've learned my lessons. I have paid for my mistakes. I've done everything that I've done and I've made up for it. Let me just forget it and walk away from it, okay? Let me leave my past behind. No, it doesn't work that way because you need to be free. And what you need to be free of is your own judgment and your own guilt, your own belief that you're fucked up for having lived that past. No, you're not. We've all lived that past. It's important to understand that what you lived was your lesson plan. And it brought you to where you are right now, which means you passed. You passed. You've done great. But you can't see that until you go back and look at everything you've been through. Look at it from the eyes of an awakened person, though. Look at it as I chose my path. Before I came here, before I was born, I made a lesson plan for myself. Not how I was going to learn the lessons, but what lessons I needed to learn. And so you and your guides, and I don't know whoever else, came up with a roadmap, so to speak. Now, understand, none of this means that you don't have free will. How you carry out those lessons and in what order, that's you. The lessons that you are to learn, that's you too. It's you, your higher self, your spirit. Your spirit came up with a plan and contracted other spirits to interact with you and help you learn these particular lessons. It all worked. From the human perspective, there were victims and there were victimizers, there were abusers. And as somebody who was very severely abused, I understand what that feels like. As a spirit, I'm pleased that I was able to give myself a lesson plan difficult enough to challenge me, and that I was still able to survive my lessons. And it gave me a perspective to be thankful, in a sense, for the spirits, the spiritual beings that agreed to be my abusers. Now, I don't forgive them people. Fuck them. Fuck them. However, the spirits, I thank them. And I mean it. Because I am who I am. Because of what they did to me. They helped me learn the lessons that I needed to learn to be the being I wanted to be. And I couldn't have done it with a happy childhood. I couldn't have done it with a string of successful, happy, loving relationships. You put yourself through hell and you survived it. And you grew, and still you sought out your own healing. You didn't depend on anybody else to do all your healing. You did it. You're awakening. Good morning. So good. You did so good. I heard some little chick on here on TikTok say that she hoped that she was chosen to be awakened. Chosen. You were not chosen for this, honey. You stood up and said, I want that. And you did the work. The only one who chooses you to be awakened is you. Thank you. Your spirit says, you know what? It's time. Wake up. Your spirit, you are the one who awakens you. These rules about all the work that you have to do to get awakened, they're not true. Shadow work should be done. It's a good thing. But it's not, your awakening is not contingent upon shadow work. You can do the work before, you can do the work after. Your awakening is contingent upon if you, your spirit, thinks you're ready. Your spirit thinks you're ready. I think you're ready. I think you're awakening right now. Again. Again? It looks like you had a pre-awakening awakening. You awakened into 4D. I see. Okay. So you've been feeling love in a different way, in a more loving way. Okay. You know, thank God for quarantine. Thank God for this enforced isolation, because it gives us a way to get away from everybody and everything and hide in our space and be relatively antisocial, because it's a thing that we need. What? I do charge for private readings, honey. I charge quite a lot. A private reading with me is $150. And if you should be interested in something like, it takes a couple hours. If you should be interested in something like that, you can get all the information you need on my website, which is on my link tree, on my bio. And I only do face-to-face over video chat. I don't do those pre-recorded things. I feel the need to interact. It's more fun. And I don't ever just answer a question or two. I answer everything, like your whole life, everything. The need to isolate right now is really big, sweetheart. It's really big. And it's really important because the sun's coming out in a new way now, because you've awakened. Okay, you're awakening. You are like right now. That's why everything is so trippy. Susan, there you are. Okay. Yes, honey, yes. Right now. Right now. I wasn't expecting it either. But something I said somehow has triggered the tower moment. And then the need to not step outside. Not because it's scary out there, but because it's just too fucking much, you know? But give it a day or two, and you'll find that you're ready for seeing everything in a new way. Or in a more way. Because that's more accurate. It's not new so much as it is more. Oh my goodness. And then you'll realize that you've been collecting your soul family around you for a little while now. And what the hell is he doing? You're going to feel more at home in the next couple of days with your friends and family. Family of friends, I should say, with your family of friends, your chosen family. You're going to feel much more comfortable with them than you ever really noticed before. You know, you've always felt really good with these people, but all of a sudden, the connections are so much broader and tighter. But not binding. You know what I mean? It's like you're all chosen family, yeah. You're all holding hands in a sense, instead of having instead of blood ties, because blood is a really weird thing to base family on. You know, I mean, why am I family with my brothers just because our parents had sex? You're gonna be scared. Scared to step out of your space, to step out of the perspective, the way you see now. It's going to feel for the next couple of days, it's going to feel like you feel this way simply because You haven't left the room. You haven't left the house. It's like tripping. You know, it. You don't want to break it. You don't want to step outside of that and realize that you're only seeing things this way because you were tripping. You know, that's not going to happen. But be gentle with that feeling. Tell yourself that it's not going to happen, but the feeling is kind of real. Because you're seeing everything that you did before. You're just seeing it in a new way, and that's what I'm talking about when I talk about the 5D. You're seeing the extra layers of dimension of understanding. You're seeing things with a new level of understanding and comprehension, and you're still looking at the exact same thing. It just means more. The meaning is larger. Your perception is larger. It's like this. First dimension is a line. Second is that, right? Third cubes it all up. Fourth adds emotion, connection, love. Fifth adds all of that along with understanding and peace and a different kind of level of acceptance. Not, I accept this, but I accept that this is the way it is. I accept that it is the way it's supposed to be for itself, and I know why. Because that's the way it's supposed to be. I understand that. I accept that. This has nothing to do with going another place. 5D is consciousness and perception, not astral. If the astral plane were 5D, it would have been called that in the beginning. It's astral. Susan. Damn. That was big, right? Wow. Rebel. Kelsey. Wow, that was amazing. The tripping thing, I totally feel it right now. I see Kelsey. Oh, man, this spider bite on my toe is crazy. Have you ever seen a brown recluse bite? They're ridiculous. And I've had it since the end of since January. It's not getting worse. It's getting better, but still. Okay, Kelsey, here we go. Three. Two. And one more. Monster Sweetie, make sure you leave whoever I'm reading, leave them on the list until I'm done because I need to look at their name. Oh, shit. Thank you. Yeah, you're right. I was really thirsty. I feel like a 5-year-old. Thank you. Yes, Kelsey. Okay. Woo! The star. That's a kind of a powerful indicator that awakening is a thing for you. Then the chariot, the chariot, the prince of discs. Whether you're awakened or not, I believe you are, but whether you are or not, you are definitely on the right path, because you no longer need no longer need to take extra precautionary measures. You don't have to shield from other people. You don't care. Nobody has power over you. Nobody. Why should you worry? You shouldn't. You don't need to. The prince's path here is paved with gold. So whatever you're doing it right. What? Yeah, stay and chill, new peeps. Yeah, you really don't, honey. You're good. And other people don't have power over you. They just don't. And like I said, the path you're on is paved with gold. See, look, it's paved with gold coins. You deserve your dream job. And you're going to be absolutely fucking excellent at it too. So let's not worry about money or jobs or anything like that, because we've got a little work to do. You hurt. You hurt. Awakening doesn't heal heartbreak, and it doesn't prevent it. And you're not ready to admit that you're ready for love, but you are. You're scared, and you should be, because you've earned the right to be afraid of love, of relationships, of giving yourself up, giving your heart openly to somebody else. Because in the past, every time you open yourself up to somebody else, they take that openness, jab a dagger in it. They take the reality of you and turn it and use it on you, and then call you crazy. Fuck them bitches. You're not crazy. You are smart and aware. Well, baby, I know what you're going through. I'm going through it right now with you. And you know what you need? You need some damn rest. You need some rest. You need a bathtub filled with hot, bubbly water and a cup of something good and, comfort food. And you need to allow yourself to love yourself and to feel that it's not your fault. Well, it is your fault because you keep choosing assholes. Why do you do that? Assholes are never going to be okay. It's never going to be good for you. You deserve a lot better than you allow yourself. All of a sudden, I feel like I'm yelling at myself too. You need to start seeing yourself as exactly right, because you are. You are exactly right. You're exactly how you're supposed to be. You're exactly who you're supposed to be. Oh, baby, I'm so sorry. I really am. But you've been gaslit, and you've been emotionally abused, and you've been neglected, and you've been blamed, and you have been slowly and carefully torn to pieces. Put those pieces back together. Take your time. It'll take about a minute. Because it's surface damage, it's not, you haven't been actually damaged or correctly assessed as damage. Wow, I can't talk. Okay. You've been given a broken mirror to assess yourself with. And so you're going to see yourself as broken. But you haven't been for a very long time. Burn that past away. Just get rid of it. Because the awakened you doesn't have to be controlled by the memories of the abuse and unawakened you suffered at the hands of a person who didn't know what love was. I know what love is. And so do you. And it's time we had it, right? So, fuck them bitches. Let's go get us some real love. But first, bath time. And pizza. She said terrifiedly. As far as awakening is concerned, honey, you're awakened. You've done it. It's hard to feel it because you keep looking at all these wounds. They're scars, they're not wounds. You can heal them if you want. You can heal the scars if you want. But you know what? I think they're important to keep. Because they're badges of honor, they're decorations now. They don't have to be a memory of that person that damaged you. They should be a memory of how amazingly strong you are, how you could go through that kind of bullshit, survive that kind of bullshit, and thrive like you are. Because you are, yeah, remember why you got them. You don't need to forget that. You need to understand that the damage done to you has nothing to do with you, and you survived it. And it made you better. It made you stronger. Technology. Kelsey, I'm really fucking proud of you. Bitch, you are the shit. And of course we have these two awakened cards. The star at the beginning and the Hierophant at the end, saying that you did it. Good for you. I hope that was helpful. Sometimes we need to be shown how far we've come. Honey, you've come so far. And you did it so fast. I'm really proud. Now let's see if I can do that. Catherine, are you still here, honey? Honestly, this is the slowest I've ever been. I'm really sorry, everybody. I can't believe how long this is taking me. Catherine B28. Oh, I'm full of drinking. But I will. I'm getting my groove back. Yeah, I guess I am. Okay, if Catherine's not here, let's go for Henny. Henny, baby. I know this crowd is so awesome. I love this room. Catherine or Henny? Henny's here, okay. Unfortunately, I believe that Henny is going to be the last one tonight. Rebel, rebel. Henny, I can't think of a song for Henny. Okay, good, thank you. 2 more for Henny. 2. And 1 for Henny. And we cut. And here we go. Ace of Wands. Okay, whatever you're doing it right. You are on the right track. You have the right energy. And you have a lot of it to use for your awakening. Hang on just a moment. Let me pull out a few more. I don't usually like to pull out cards before I read them, but I need to know what I'm doing here. Okay, so you are not exactly on the path toward awakening, but you're in the middle of your awakening. The cord cutting exercise earlier this evening did you a lot of fucking good. And it changed the trajectory, or not trajectory, the velocity of your awakening. It was like the difference between throwing a bullet and shooting a bullet. So that feeling of that kind of thing, and also unreality. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what's going on tonight. Wait a minute. Yeah, looking at these cards, I can feel the little explosion. The when the thing, I don't know how they work. There's like this little thing, and then little teeny explosion, and I can feel that right now. And it makes everything feel surreal and weird, and it's hard to control or understand that weird emptiness in your body, the lightness. I mean, it's emptiness, not lack of stuff, but emptiness as in, is this even a body? Yes it is. yes it's yours. This is not unreal. It just feels unreal. This is the beginning of you being here and awakened, rather than just being here thinking about what awakening might be. Awakening is not what we think. It's different, isn't it? We expect bigger changes. We expect different changes. Like I said earlier, it's because the people who teach us about awakening, they're not awakened. They're hoping. But what they're hoping for is something that tends to distract them away from actual awakening. Hey, somebody? Hey! Fuck. My cat wants out. And nobody can hear me. Hang on. Go on, Abigail. Go on, go on. Okay. So this is what awakening is like. You'll get used to it. It's not always so large. Your focus will expand as your consciousness expands. You'll get used to this. The Wheel of Fortune. We've got the Chariot and the Wheel of Fortune. So it was absolutely no accident you chose tonight, or that evidently I was able to emerge from my cocoon long enough to be here tonight. This was planned and I was called. Nice. I don't know why. I don't know why my presence mattered. Oh, it wasn't my presence. It wasn't me at all. It was my narration. It was the collective. It was the awakening collective that called. That makes sense now. Okay. And the cord cutting. The cord cutting did everything. This, I don't know how to send you a photograph. I wish I could, because you need to have this script. Henny, stop by my the link tree on my bio and hit me up on Facebook Messenger so I can give you a copy of this script, because it's going to be important to you. I don't know why. In something in your life purpose has to do with helping people cut the cords, with standing next to them and energetically, maybe not necessarily physically, but helping them cut cords, directing them through it, because in order for our cords to really be cut, we have to do it ourselves. Other people doing it doesn't make it any better. Well, actually, it makes it worse, because it has to be done over and over and over again, because every day we collect more cords and bonds and ties and shit. So we have to keep cutting and keep cutting and keep cutting, because we never know. We never know which things are, which things we're dragging along with us and which things are dragging us back with them. But this is something to do with your purpose, at least your purpose right now. Because up until now, you've been helping other people. You've been a healer of some sort, whether you were aware of it or not. And you've been helping people not necessarily awaken, but, awaken. It was awakening. You've been helping other people lighten their loads so that they can get there. You may not know it, but cool. Send me a friend request or a message request, whatever, and I'll get to it as soon as I'm done here. Your thing for you. The reason relationships don't fucking work is because you're the only one loving. Here's the thing. This is you. This is the relationship. This is the relationship. You're supporting it. You're the one who's doing all the work. You're the one who's supporting. You're the one who's giving all the love, all the encouragement, all the things that should be given in a relationship. So of course it's not gonna work, because one person cannot support an entire relationship, not with anybody. If you have a partner, who is doing the exact same thing, who is supporting you and loving you and encouraging you and working with you for this relationship, for reciprocity, for equality, so that you can both give it. You don't give half, you don't give 50%, you both give 100%. And with two people, this is sustainable. This is not. When you flip this so that it's upside down and there are two people supporting it, it turns into this. Love, happiness, pleasure. This is your past. You're awakened. So this is your future. Happiness, love, pleasure, love and happiness. I need a fucking reading, dudes. Okay, that's it, babies. I love you all so, so, so much. I'm sorry to everybody I didn't get to read today. But I love you, and I'll be back on Thursday. Okay? Cool, right? Yeah. Ah, city. Hey, hey, hey. I don't. I have an appointment in now. So I don't have time. I wish I did, though. The very end. I'm so done. I got to split. Of course, everybody's used to me being late because I'm fucking late all the time. But we'll be back. We'll be back on Thursday. Eventually, hopefully. Sarah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you had to wait for nothing, but we'll get to it. I mean, shit, you can just call me at home. Anyway, I love you guys. Hey, mods. Fucking rock my world. Thank you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Okay, babies. Let's try for Thursday, if I could figure out what day this is. I'll see you Thursday, 7 p.m. Mountain Time. Yeah, you have a lovely evening too. I love you guys. I love all of you. Thank you for coming. And see you soon.